Well, Yasin, speaking with Coach Fran about the fact that not only you in this offense, but Will Nixon as well, just what it's like to feed off of each other. We saw that in Clemson. There was that one drive where it was really just you guys back and forth and then Will into the end zone. What's it like to work with him and to have both of you?
It's great, man. It's great. For you to have somebody that's, almost has a similar game as you, but, he's more twitcher, has more speed, it feels good to be able to have him in and, I can get to take a little break on the sideline. It's good for our bodies at the end of the day, man. We still having fresh legs throughout the whole game, so it's going to be hard for teams to compete with us. We just keep complimenting each other each time we get on and off the field.
We know that Jeff Nixon likes to throw the ball, but leaning more on the run the last few weeks. What can you say to being in a balanced offense and seeing the trust from Fran and from Coach Nixon with you and Will?
I'm glad that we're able to, put the ball on the ground. Most teams, they get a good quarterback. They don't really go for the run, but they are willing to, put us front line and, give us the ball probably 25, 30 times a game. So, I'm pretty glad about that. They got trust in us. They really good about us getting the ball.
I got to ask you about both quarterbacks. Sad on the side of Steve, but you got to work with him, and he was leading the nation going into the game against Clemson in passing yards. So just your thoughts on Steve as a leader, and then just your connection to Rickie, and if you felt close with him even when he wasn't the starter.
Yeah. Steve, he's a great leader, man. He did everything that he could, whenever he was asked to be somewhere, he was there, and, he talked to the team about everything. We had a lot of sit-downs and really got closer with him as a person, even outside of football. Steve a great guy. You just want to be around him, and it makes it better for you to want to protect him just because of the personality that he got. But, unfortunately, the injury came up, so it's time for Rickie to step up now. And me personally, I really don't feel like there's going to be no change in the game. I'm happy for Rickie. This is time to be able to step up. I feel like he's also a great leader. We had him at first, so it's like it ain't nothing new for us really. He gonna come and do what he got to do, and he's good with his legs too. So he definitely going to help the rushing yards a lot more, too.
You told me that you were wearing 6 again because you wanted to play more like yourself again.
Yeah.
In these first few games, do you feel like we are seeing the old Yasin right now?
For sure. I still got more things that I could touch up a little bit. I feel like there's always something that I can work on, but I definitely feel like I'm playing like my old self again.
Lastly, from me, you and Will, we know that there's been nicknames for guys. There's been Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
If you had to pick something for you and Will Nixon, what would be the nicknames that you would want people to know going into the Duke game?
Let me see. I'll say, Batman Robin, man.
Okay.
Batman Robin. I'm in the cut, but I'm coming through demolishing people. And then, you got Robin. He's real quiet, but he's going to come and do what he got to do, too. So, Batman Robin.
Yeah, I like that.